using materiality assessment and PSILCA to identify and assess social and governance issues for stakeholders along the value chain of new bio-based materials. My name is Birgit Brunklaus and I'm a senior researcher at RISE, the Research Institute of Sweden. Together with my colleagues Steward, Coutiño and Astrid Nilsson, we have been performing 3 case studies on these issues. I will start with a short introduction to the projects. The research is based on 3 European research projects initiated to develop sustainable bio-based products for the new bioeconomy. The goal of this work is to use social LCA in early process development and value chain creation. So social LCA was used to answer stakeholders' questions on potential social risk in the value chain. So the first research project is NeoCell. The NeoCell project aims to develop new textile processes based on forest biomass. The second research project is Karma. And the Karma project aims to develop new value chains for bio-based waste, like feathers. The third research project is SLCA. The SLCA project aims to develop new algae-based process for saline wastewater treatment. So here we come to the method. What is materiality assessment? The materiality assessment, shortly MATS, is a tool for companies to identify and assess potential environmental, social, and governance issues. And of course, these could impact business and its stakeholders. The assessment allows companies to inform them about strategies, targets, and reporting. And this is based on CSR. So how can MAT be used in social LCA? MAT helps to identify most relevant social indicators for the stakeholders and for the process design of the new value chain. The results are presented as materiality of stakeholders, the X value, and the process influence, the Y value. See the example graph for NeoCell later on. The selected indicators are applied in the PSILCA database later on as well. So how can PSILCA be used here? The PSILCA database was used to assess the social impacts and govern the value chain of new bio-based materials. The social LCA results and the use of medium risk hours has been discussed by stakeholders in these 3 research projects. And recently also the use of scoring and social LCA has been discussed scientifically. So here we come to the interesting part, the stakeholders in MAT. 4 stakeholders with strong materiality in the forest industry has been identified. And these are the Nordic Council of Ministers, Swedbank, Swedish Bank, and CP, the Confederation of the European Paper Industries, and as well researchers within social issues in forest products. So how is materiality assessment performed? Of course, stakeholders have an interest in a variety of issues, and these can be found also in stakeholders' reports. Here, the number of times social topics or indicators appear in stakeholders' reports have been identified. These are recorded and analyzed in a material graph. For example, the accident rate mentioned in almost all the reports that we had. So here we come to the results of materiality assessment. The materiality assessment of the 3 research projects include the following social indicators. For NeoCell, non-fatal accidents, social responsibility, industrial water, biomass consumption, and certified EMS contribution to environmental load as well. For the SLCA, the DALIs, fatal accidents, non-fatal accidents, safety measures, and industrial water depletion was mentioned. For the KAMA, also DALIs due to the pollution and the contribution to economic development was mentioned. So how does a materiality graph look like? The materiality assessment results are presented as a materiality graph for the case of NeoCell. For example, the accident rate at the workplace is important for stakeholders and have a high influence on the process. For example, the promoting of social responsibility along the value chain is important for the stakeholders. So on the x-axis, there's a materiality of stakeholders, and on the y-axis, there's the process influence. And this has been directly defined by the stakeholders. So using materiality assessment, what's that? Is it a way forward for SLCA? Yes, the benefits of having materiality assessment lies in finding relevant social indicators for stakeholders with an interest in the forest industry. The drawbacks of the assessment lies in the results depending on the values of the stakeholders, and these are not independent. A way forward for using materiality assessment is in product development. Decisions based on materiality assessment are easier to get through and are grounded on stakeholders' views. So here again, the benefits that lies in finding social indicators relevant for the stakeholders. But also some drawbacks are mentioned in the project. The difficulties of using medium risk hours equivalents has been discussed by stakeholders in the 3 research projects. Recently, the use of scoring in social SLCA also has been discussed scientifically. So the feedback from the stakeholders in the 3 research projects was it was difficult to understand the scoring of social impacts in form of medium risk hours and subsequently to use the assessment for value chain creation. To this end, I want to thank you all for listening, and my name is Birgit Brunklaus. Together with my colleagues from RISE, Corey, Anna, Marta, and Astrid, you can find us under the email address or the website. And also, not to forget about acknowledgements to the funding agency. The EJU projects have been funded by bio-based industries in EU's Horizon 2020. Thank you.